The company's choice to employ the Snapdragon chip internationally rather than a two-way split between Exynos and Snapdragon is one of the primary factors in the Galaxy S23 Ultra's success in terms of sales and consumer acceptance. The previous use of Exynos chipsets by Samsung is widely known. People went crazy when news broke that Samsung intended to reinstate the Exynos chip in the Galaxy S24 lineup. And for good reason, you deserve only the finest when you spend more than $1,000 on a phone. However, since it was still only a rumor at the time, there was still some hope. Depending on the heating problem they now have with the chipset, Samsung may or may not employ the Exynos chip, according to the Korean publication. However, it appears that the Exynos is returning with the Galaxy S24 lineup, as the vice president of Samsung's LSI division stated, and I quote, "We are pushing for the return of Exynos to the flagship of the Galaxy series," during the Q1 earnings call. So proving the rumors that Exynos is returning to the Galaxy S24 lineup. Thus, Exynos 2400 will likely be available in Europe and some regions of Asia, while Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 will likely be available in the US and Canada for the S24 lineup. Now, let me also share some good news with you before you become discouraged. The Exynos 2400 is now listed on Geekbench, and the performance metrics are pretty good. On Geekbench 5, it achieved single-core scores of 1700 and multi-core scores of almost 7000. In comparison to the S23 Ultra's Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and Apple's newest A16 Bionic chip, this is enormous. The engineering sample of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 scores are what we have, not the most recent results for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. The Exynos also does significantly better in the multi-core tests here, although it falls short in the single-core testing. The fact that the Exynos is now utilizing 10 CPU cores as opposed to the Snapdragon's 8 is probably the reason why we are seeing superior multi-core scores on the Exynos. Samsung is now employing 4x the compute units of the Exynos 2200 for the GPU, thus theoretically it should perform 4 times better in terms of graphics performance than the Exynos 2200. The AMD GPU will once again be used since Samsung just extended their contract with AMD. The Exynos 2400 should, at least on paper, perform better on the Galaxy S24 lineup when combined with Samsung's enhanced 4nm LPP manufacturing. I'm not holding out much hope, however, considering the track record of Exynos processors. Finally, what are your thoughts about it? So without being said, let me know your thought in the comment below, and if you are new here, please subscribe. Peace out.